Hello, it's Phil at digitaldjtips.com, and today we're looking at these speakers, the Hercules XPS 2.0 60 DJ set. These are a new speaker from Hercules in June 2012, and they are designed to kind of bridge the gap between high-end computer speakers, the kind of multimedia speakers that you would buy to use with your laptop, to use for gaming and for general use, and the very small DJ speakers, and they're somewhere sat in the middle between those 2 points. As you can see, they're a small speaker. They're about 22 centimeters tall, which is probably about 9 inches, and they are active in that they have got a built-in amplifier, so that you don't need to use a separate amplifier, you just plug them in. However, let me show you how that works. This is the back of the master speaker, which has an on-off switch and has a power cable, and it has an input for your DJ controller. And then the output here is where you wire in your speaker cable, which comes with it, of course. You just get a short length of speaker cable, and that goes across to the other side of your table or your desk, wherever you're DJing from. And in the other side, you plug in this speaker. So this speaker only has the one set of connectors to plug the speaker cable in. So it's kind of a master and a slave arrangement, rather than having two separate identical speakers with an amplifier and a power supply and so on in each. That's very common in computer speakers, and also is seen a little bit in the very lower end DJ speakers of this type as well. They have a 3-inch bass speaker with porting. These holes here are porting. That allows the air to move, and indeed when you plug them in and turn them on, this little cone really does move in and out a lot, and you can feel quite a big breeze here. It gives a very full bass, which in practice works. They have got a decent amount of bass in them, and then it has a little tweeter that's covered in a little piece of plastic, tripod-like bit of plastic, just to protect it there. Volume, bass and treble on the front, but you do have to lean around the back for the on-off. There's also an auxiliary input here, so you can plug in your MP3 player or another input there. I'd rather have seen an extra input on the back as well, so that you could plug your laptop in permanently or your computer in permanently from its headphones output, and also have your DJ controller plugged in permanently as well. Just save going around the back to unplug, or save having something messy always plugged in the front here. And there's also a headphones output for silent night monitoring, just to save you again having to get your headphones plugged in, especially if you're using a computer where it's around the back of the screen or something. You can just plug in there instead. So in use, I thought that they were good. They had, as I've already mentioned, the bass was really nice punchy full bass. The mid-range was quite bright, but it wasn't overpoweringly so, and they had a nice engaging high end. Overall, the sound was very good. I compared them to the M Audio AV40s, which are my kind of go-to speaker at this size. They're almost identical size, a little bit thinner. The M Audios are louder, and they sound a bit more self-assured. They've got a bit more punch. They also cost a little bit more. But for the price, these are definitely in the same ballpark. Sound quality, pretty good. So who would buy them? I think if you have a Hercules controller, and I'm thinking about the smaller Hercules controllers like the DJ Control Air, for instance. You see, these controllers, these speakers here come with a cable like this, which has got the 2 RCAs, which connect into the back of the speaker, but it's also got this connector here. Now this connector here connects into the back of the smaller Hercules controllers. They have a 1/8 inch output, which is a very consumer-led decision. You wouldn't see that on a Pro DJ controller, but for speakers like this, it's a perfect match. The smaller Hercules controllers then, the DJ Control Air and the new Instinct controller, are a good match for these. It's all small gear. It's all gear that you can put into a very small studio. So if you have got a small DJ controller, if you have got a small studio, if you don't need them to go particularly loud, these are quoted as 60 watt music power. Doesn't mean anything. They're also quoted as 15 watt per speaker, which is a little bit closer to the truth probably. They really don't go very loud. They're loud enough to use in a small practice area, but you wouldn't want to use them in a party, for instance. Not that you'd ever use these kind of monitors in a party unless you made of money and you're happy to replace them afterwards when you've blown them. So for a smaller DJ controller and a smaller studio, they're a good choice at this price point. They're quoted at $129, which means they'll probably be about $99 in the shops. At this price point, they're reasonable value, but of course, when you are at that lower end, every single dollar more you spend almost, you are getting decent increments in quality. If you spent 130, 150, 200, the quality job's going to be big. But for the price, a nice speaker. Hercules XPS 2.0 60 DJ set. If you'd like to see the full review, as always, it's on digitaldjtips.com, and this one is at /XPS2. Thanks for watching.